came across a post someone put up, and it was in regards to church hurt, how people should get over it. You should just get over it. It says something along the lines of, have you done more damage to yourself with your sin than that church has done to you? So for that reason, you should get over it if someone in that church has hurt you. Kind of minimizing church hurt. Personally, I found the post unbalanced. One of the main reasons is that when you talk about topics such as church hurt, it has to be balanced, meaning you have to come from both sides of the coin. Because I can tell you from personal experience, church hurt is real and it can be difficult to get over. Let me approach this from both sides of the coin today and give you a couple of different scenarios of church hurt. First, why is church hurt so devastating? Well, it's because church is or should be a safe place to be vulnerable. I run a men's group at church and we have some real talk happen there. But we create an environment where guys can feel comfortable to be vulnerable. And believe me, I have heard some things. My job is to protect against that information going out and becoming gossip by setting a standard so the guys in our group know how we roll, guys. Now, if I was to start spreading stuff and sharing guys' dirty laundry, guys would be hurt. Now, here are those scenarios and definition of church hurt in my words. When someone you trust violates you or shares sensitive information, guys, that hurts. You tell someone about your marital problems, and before you know it, 3 people come to you and start questioning you about your marriage when you only told one person. Next, the pastor is calling you in to set up marriage counseling, and you never told him about your problems. You told Susan and only Susan. Now everyone knows that. Guys, that hurts because there has been a violation of trust. Now, sometimes church hurt comes from the pulpit. Bad doctrine, pastoral failures. Church hurt can also be unfair treatment and unfair discipline. Guys, I've witnessed that. I remember going on an outreach and there was a young lady. We were wrapping up and I was heading to my car. Had a couple flyers left. I handed it to her. Told her Jesus loves her and God has a purpose for her life. And she just starts crying out of nowhere. And I was like, what's this about? And she began to tell me how she'll never go to church anymore. How the pastor violated her. They've got into a relationship. I don't know if the pastor was married and she was kind of for lack of better words, the side chick. But it devastated her. And she was hurt by that. And so there's so many different scenarios of church hurt. Now I get it. There will always be overly sensitive people that you can never please. And the simplest thing can hurt them. But I'm not talking about those folks. Now, should we get over church hurt? Absolutely. But there's a season of healing. There's a season of reflection and a regaining trust. You shouldn't set up camp in church hurt. You should always be making progress to move on. But to put a timeline on it, or to be dismissive to folks and tell them what about the hurt you've done to yourself, I think it's pretty unfair. If you want to help someone through church hurt, instead of telling them to get over it, show them that it is okay to be vulnerable again by your actions, how you conduct yourself, and by helping them walk through the valley of hurt. Now, you will always have people who want to stay there and use church hurt as an excuse. And there's nothing much more you can do after you follow the steps I just listed. But pray for them that God heals their heart. If you personally been hurt, here are some tips. Allow yourself time to process. Don't let someone pressure you to hurry up and get over it. But also give yourself a reality check by not wallowing in that hurt. But keep making forward progress. Pray that God will soften and open your heart again. Understand that, man, even Christians are still human and fallible. Lastly, build relationships slowly. Make sure you feel comfortable with someone before you dump all your past hurts on them. Oh, and here's a bonus tip, guys. If you left a church because of church hurt, Do not trash or badmouth the church you just left. Okay, guys, I hope this helps you guys through this topic of church hurt. Again, I saw this post. I figured I'd do a video about it because we hear this a lot nowadays, church hurt, people who've been hurt by church. And so, guys, listen, leave it in the comment section if you've been church hurt and you're trying to get over it and walk through it. Would love to hear from you guys. Listen, be bold, be blessed, but most importantly, be biblically constructed.